It's the Casimir Engine Show podcast. Let me just explain, right? I've just done this. I've just done an hour's podcast, and part of that podcast said, oh, Mrs. Engine's been in the studio tidying up and twisted me knobs around on my mixing desk and made it all echoey and complete. I know it's unlistenable anyway, but completely unlistenable. So I'm doing it again. No, you don't have to, Kaz, I promise you. Yeah, the show must go on. I cannot let my fan down.
You're listening to the Cat.
That's me.
Ka. Been done to death. Isn't that so 90s?
You think so?
It's the Casimir Engine. It's not ka.
This is Handful of Snowdrops. The Four Winds.
whole show, and it's a shambles.
That's the Four Winds by a Handful of Snowdrops. Hey, that's like seasonal, innit? Because we're expecting, I think there's some Snowdrops have come out already. Gardening chat with the Casimir Engine. We didn't have that one on the last show that I've just done. So there you go, there's a Brucey bonus. So a whole hour of a show, and it was all muffled and echoey and you name it, it had got everything wrong with it. So this is the remix. Crikey, Ronnie, I'm going to be knick-knacked. It's going to be bedtime before this is done, isn't it? I'm going to be on me Born Vita or me Ovaltine or me Orly. Hey, what's your bedtime drink? In the country what you live in, what would you have? I know in Australia they have Milo, which is like, it's like chocolate Horlicks, I think. No, it's not. It's like Ovaltine. That's what it is. So that's Milo. So what is your bedtime drink in, for example, Texas? I bet you drink your milk. Get off your horse and drink your... Don't do American accents, Kaz, whatever you do. They're all bigger than you over there. So what's on the show tonight then? I'll tell you what, let's get the... I should know what I'm doing now. I've done it once. Let's get the contact details out the way. You can catch up with all the episodes on www.casimirengine.com. That's my own website. Takes you to the Podbean website, what I've got. It's got all the shows on there, and you can listen through that as well. At Casimir Podcast on Twitter. It's got all the contact details on there. At Casimir Podcast on Facebook. Casimir Engine, all one word, on Instagram. And I'm getting a mobile number so you can text in. I don't know what the point is in that, but you'll be able to text in. And I'll sort out my email address because I've been getting stuff through on email. If you've sent me an email on my Google Mail, why do you get some Google Mail and some Gmail? Anyway, I've got googlemail.com. I had a load of emails through on that, and I've not been looking on it, and I feel really bad. Anyway, I've replied to everyone. So, fingers crossed we should be all right. But I'll get it all sorted out. So next week we'll have a more in-depth contact detail section. Hey, talking about sections, we have a replacement for Naughty But Nice. Oh yeah, we had letters to say, where is it, Kaz? Not one letter. Hey, we started the show off with this one last time I did it, so I can't miss it out this time. It's only St. Lucifer. That was St. Lucifer. I wasn't ready last time I played it. It's that quick. So let's put some bed music on. How can you get in touch with St. Lucifer? Well, if you get in touch with the electro post-punk anti-pop noise from Manchester, England, who've got a new album out on Analog Trash Records, I bought their Music is Violence on red vinyl. Oh, it's sexy. Anyway, you can get in touch with them at St. that is not Saint, it's St. Lucifer, Lucifer live, all one word, on Twitter. So what have you actually got on the show? Well, I'm after, and I posted this up on Twitter, food delicacies in your area. So that's bedtime drinks in your area. And so what do you mean by delicacy? Well, just down the road from me is a town called Bakewell. Have you heard of Bakewell? No, I didn't think so. So just down the road from me is Bakewell, and they make Bakewell tarts. If you live in England, Mr. Kipling's Bakewell tarts. Yeah, it's named after Bakewell, where they're made. Not the Mr. Kipling ones, the proper ones. So that's a local delicacy. In Matlock, where I'm recording at the moment, is centre of the universe. What's your delicacy there, Kaz? Fish and chips. We've got loads of fish and chip shops in Matlock and in Matlock Bath. One day, I'm going to count up how many there are, but there are loads. So we want to know what your delicacies are. I had car trouble this week. I'll go into a bit more detail. We're also, we're going to cover Megxit. That's Meghan Markle and Prince Harry of Sussex, and they're going to live in Canada. I'm going to have a t-shirt, #Megxit, #don't give a Oh no, my music's finished. I can't believe it. I'd switched it up then, and it had gone off anyway. Let's stick a bit more on. There we go. Let's pretend it didn't happen. I also did a bit of Facebook's Live. I found something for people what vape and what smoke. It might be of interest to them. There's a top programme that me and Mrs. Engine are arguing about. I love it. Mrs. Engine hates it. I did a recipe off of Facebook. You know them things where you like compulsive watch it, you can't stop, you get dragged in, where somebody's cooking something and the camera's from above and it just shows them chucking onions in and chucking this in and chucking that in. Well, I made a vegetarian curry. It was ace. And also, I've battled through the elements to get here tonight. I battled through Storm Brendan, what is absolutely battering the UK at the moment. Compared to what everybody else is getting around the world, I don't think it's a great deal, to be honest. Let's have some music. It's only it's Hop, Skip, Jump, and it's by Brothers Byrne.
And this is Isaac. We're the Brothers Byrne, and you're listening to the Casimir Engine podcast, and it's great. I was supposed to say that. I was waiting on you. Skip, skip, jump. Skip, skip, jump. Jump. Skip. Jump. jump, 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 pop, 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 skip, pop, pop, skip, jump, pop, 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 skip, pop, pop, skip, jump. Jump, skip, jump. Skip, skip. Jump, 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 pop, 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 skip, pop, pop, skip, jump, pop, 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 skip, pop, pop, skip, jump.
Hop, hop, skip, skip, jump.
Jump, skip, jump.
Sitting in the home for the bewildered synthesizer player, wearing their 10-gallon hats, it was Brothers Burn with new tracks that they sent me before Christmas. But because we got into all those Christmas shenanigans, I forgot to play them. Sorry, lads. They will be absolutely beside themselves because I've only chuffing well found a chuffing replacement for the greatest feature ever to grace the airwaves. Naughty but nice. Yeah, there's a new feature coming up. I was featureless for over the Christmas period because there's plenty going off. There's brass band. There's brass band music. There was ukulele orchestras. There's all sorts of stuff going off. So I thought, I need a replacement. It was such an excellent feature. I need something new. And boy, have I got something for you. So I've tweeted it out. Let's hope it lives up to expectations. Believe me, it's not going to. Hey, the tune canon, it is absolutely... Do you know what? It's so loaded, there's bits dribbling out the end. We also did a bit of Facebook Live the other day where I ate a Greg's vegan steak bake. So it's Veganuary over in, I don't know whether they're doing it anywhere else. It is in the UK. Everybody's all over it like a rash. So it's Veganuary where you can go vegan for a month or you can go dry Jan. So that's where you don't drink. So on Veganuary, you don't eat no meat. And Greg's have bought out a steak bake with no steak in it. I had one the other day. Talk about bland. It wasn't very good. The sausage roll is excellent. That is superb. But I've got to say, the steak bake... It was lacking a bit. It was lacking. It was warm and everything, so there was no... It wasn't like as though it was the end of the day or anything. It was freshly baked. Just didn't do nothing for me. Anyway, let us know if you're doing Veganuary and what you're eating. I've not had one of those burgers from Burger King. We've got them over here now anyway, so This is an artist called Meme Brain, and this is a track called Singularity. Oh my Gideon, how good's that? Oh, you've ruined it now, Kaz. That was at MEMEBRANE. I think you can search that, but I think you turn it around the other way. It's at BRANEMEME, but it works both ways. I'm sure of it. In fact, I'm looking at his site now. His Twitter handle is at BrainMeme. So, who's BrainMeme? He's all the way from... Hang on a minute, I'm opening up. He's from Birmingham. He was at the Conservatoire in Birmingham. I know somebody who went to the Conservatoire in Birmingham. I need to know how old Meme Brain is, because he might know him. Well, I know two people who went, actually. So that was called Singularity. You can get in touch with him on soundcloud.com/Rohan Moran. That's ROHAN, like off of Lord of the Rings. Moran, I'll start again. ROHAN MORAN. So give him a listen. It's excellent stuff. Coming up... Oh, no, I've got time to do it. So it was last week. Last Tuesday, I got a puncture in a tyre. So I took it into the local puncture place. And they said, we can repair that. They repaired it. Thursday, another puncture. How's that work out? I think there's somebody putting like tax, like in cartoon tax on the drive underneath the Casmobile. Anyway, so I had two punctures. So I went in. They asked me that question: Where's your locking nut? I said, I don't know. Does anybody know where it is? So we had to almost take the car apart to find out where the wheel locking nut is. So I went into the most depressing reception area known to man. I thought half of the plastics in there have been banned. Anyway, he says, the guy, he was really, really, really nice. He said, do you want a drink? I looked across at the machine. He says, oh, you can have coffee, tea, soup or hot chocolate. I'm not being a coffee snob or anything. It just didn't look very appealing. Hey, get rid of this music, what you've got on, Kaz, and play us something from the new Cows album. Should it feel like this? Well, the next track is Where It Hurts. Oh, I like this. I do like this a lot. How about that? I think this is so groovy, this beat. I'm twerking. That's the Cows on the Casimir Engine Show podcast. I reckon it came over to the UK last year. I reckon he got influenced off of the Sleaford mods a bit, because that is just, I don't know, I think that's genius. Genius album. Hey, that was a bit loud, Kaz. So yeah, I'll put all the contact details on of where you can find Damien's new album. We're having an argument in the Kaz household in Kaz Towers about one of the greatest TV shows ever to be broadcast. A bit like the new feature, what is coming up after the next track. So we're watching, well, I'm watching, Mrs. Engine's refusing to watch The Masked Singer. Do you get that in your country? I think it started in Korea or something like that. And I think it's on in America. Anyway, if it's on in America, we're going to get it at the moment. And it's what you've got. The premise of the show is that you get a load of has-been celebrities who want to resurrect their careers, and then you get a panel of judges who are also almost has-been celebrities, except for Davina McCall, because I tweeted Davina McCall the other day and she liked my tweet. So that means we're like best friends forever. So, Masked Singer, you get a load of has-been celebrities trying to resurrect their careers by dressing up in suits. Like this week, there was like a bloke dressed as a badger. But it's like almost like a video game badger. And it's got like a hat on and a suit and things like that. And then he sings a song, but then when he's interviewed, they disguise his voice. And then there was the chameleon, and that was like a chameleon suit covered in lights and whatnot. Anyway, he lost, and it was Justin Hawkins, and he was the lead singer off of The Darkness. I believe in the love for love. Well, I believe in a thing called love. That one. I'll probably get done for PRS now for singing that. So yeah, we're having arguments because I think it's like compulsive viewing. I can't stop watching it. But we ended up watching something on Netflix instead. So we're having arguments about that. And also, I used to work a bit in Sweden. And in Sweden, they didn't smoke or anything like that. What they used to do a thing called snus or snooze. And it was like a little bag about a centimetre square, something like that, like a mini pillowcase. A pillowcase for a borrower. And then what they used to do, that used to have tobacco in it, and you put it inside your ass, like down there. And it over a period of time, it'd like put nicotine into your gums. Really, it's really, really bad for you. Anyway, they did it because it wasn't as bad as smoking for other people. There's no passive stuff, except if you snog somebody. Anyway, they bought it out in the UK. I saw it the other day in the services. UK snooze. Right, we're going to have a track by... Hang on a minute, I've got to find out which ones we did. This one is Forest Robots with Just Before Nightfall in the Forest. I think you'll like this. So that is Forest Robots. You can find out more about them at Forest Robots on Twitter. He's based in California. And also he's got a Bandcamp site, forestrobots.bandcamp.com. Is good. We'll be playing more from Forest Robots in future shows. So just before Christmas, we decided that the greatest feature ever in British broadcasting, Naughty But Nice, had lived its life. It was time to say goodbye. But then after there was loads of stuff going off over Christmas. There was there was brass bands, there was ukulele orchestras, there was loads and loads of stuff going off. Oh, that was it. Let us know if you were in a panto. Maybe you don't have pantomimes in your country, but if you did, were you in a panto and what part did you play? Because I was in Alice in Wonderland and I played the Griffin and I was the second. So I didn't even play the part. I was like the substitute. So, and I can always remember, I couldn't remember I always remember that I couldn't remember all my lines. The only thing I could remember was, hello, I'm the Griffin. And I kept on saying Gryphon. So that's why I never ever got picked. So were you in a panto? Anyway, coming back onto topic, so I was over Christmas, loads and loads of things to do, and then all of a sudden, the new year starts, and I've got to think of a new feature, and I've come up with one, and it's coming up straight after Boo Your Kids with Don't Trust Me.
You want me in the morning, I'll be there, it's not a thing. But if you tell me in the morning that you want me in the morning, wonder if you heard a thing. I told you not to trust me, I'm no good, I'm here for lust, I'll leave you now, it's not a thing. Don't trust me, I'm the one who wants to see your teeth. Don't believe what I tell you when I'm on my knees. Still, I could never tell you off. Your ignorance too warm, too soft. Don't trust me. I'm the one who wants to see your teeth. And don't believe what I tell you when I'm on my knees. Don't trust me. I'm the one who wants to see your teeth. And don't believe what I tell you when I'm on my knees. Don't trust me. I'm the one who wants to see your teeth. And don't believe what I tell you when I'm on my knees.
That's the Boo Your Kids. That was from my international correspondent, San Remo. He sent that in. Mrs. Engine just come bursting in. Right, I'm back. She's been out. So it's time for the next feature that is going to take British broadcasting by storm. And I've made a little jingle to go with it. Brothers Beyond, flipping Brothers Beyond were a really, really shoddy outfit back in the 1980s, and the Brothers Byrne definitely aren't. But Brothers Byrne have been waiting for this. I think you're going to like the little jingle that goes with it. Ladies and gentlemen, the new feature is...
Just look at that. Light as a feather and trembling with naughtiness. Of course, the trouble with me is I never could say no. Naughty? But nice.
Hang on a minute. It's the same thing. It's naughty but nice. No, it isn't. You see, naughty but nice was places that were nice to live but had naughty names. I've come up with one, and I couldn't change the jingle to say naughty websites. I tried, but it won't work. Right, so we've got the same jingle, but what this is naughty but nice websites. How's that going to work then, Kaz? Well, I'll tell you. I'll give you an example. Right, the first one I came across, IT Scrap, which is a computer or website where you can get cheap laptops. When you put it all together into a website, www.itscrap.com. So they've got It's Crap as a website name. That's a tame one, believe me.
Naughty but nice.
So the second one I came up with, Who Represents, which is a booking agency. That becomes Whore Presents. Do people not see it? Custom made pens. There's a website called Pen Island. It's Penisland. Penisland.com. An online info centre, Experts Exchange, is Experts Exchange. And when you see it, you can't unsee it ever again. Speed of Art, which is a poster company. Speedo Farts, what you do in your swimmers, in your swim shorts or your swimming trunks.
Naughty.
But websites. This one I can't pronounce. It's a French one. It's Les Bocacage. And it's an artist again. But it comes up lesbocages.com. I'm not doing this one. This is a fishing one. This is bait and tackle. It's Master. The company's called Master Fishing Tackle, but it's got bait and tackle in the name. I'm not doing that one. DixonWeb.com. That's Dixon Web. But my favourite, oh no, there's two. In the Cook Islands, which aren't they somewhere down near Australia or something? I think aren't they over that way? Like near Fiji or something. Anyway, the Cook Islands, we finish off with .co.uk. In the Cook Islands, it's .co.ck. So when they've got budget car hire, it's budget cock. Oh, you're such a child, Casimir. But my favourite one, this is going to live with this person forever. So it's a baby who was born, and the family set up a website, and the baby's name was Annalisa Joy. And the website is Anal is Joy. You honestly, you couldn't make it up, could you? And I promise you, I didn't. I promise I didn't.
Naughty.
Like ever so nice.
This is Yardarms.
Another to you, laughing at my honesty in dark rooms. I could have swore I saw a glimmer in those eyes when you said that we'd fly to Dublin last night. I don't think you're telling me the truth. I won't believe in the idea You best believe I'm invested in your soul. Now pour my heart out to crowds who don't invest. A situation so delicate she meant to test. I feel defeat when you're being so untrue. I won't believe in the idea of me and
That's the excellent Yardarms. They're Bristol based. I reckon they got a little bit of Biffy Clyro about them. I don't know what it is. It's something in there. I think that is absolutely excellent.
When researchers cut sections of these rings, ground them down into slices so thin that they were translucent, and examined them through the microscope, they found, preserved in the chert, the shapes of simple organisms, each no more than 1 or 2 hundredths of a millimetre across. Some resembled filaments of algae. Others, while they were unmistakably organic, had no parallels with living organisms, and some looked to be identical with the simplest form of life existing today.
It's the Casimir Engine, taking the word pathetic to new heights.
Nothing left but to sweat their sheets. Needles came was his demise. The boil foiled a promised life. The walls will stay skin and the spiders crawl through my veins and in my eyes. Live fast, smoking like a cigarette. Drink that glass just to forget the lies in those eyes. Live fast, smoking like a cigarette. Shoot so fast that there's no regrets in the past or in your mind. With the eyes of the field, she walks with angels and despair. A dawn on a spat on holding sunshine in her hair. She always knew that bad habits would lead her to good addiction. The mirror's deception, a line for a lie, a roof for the truth. Another day and I miss you. Live fast, smoking like a cigarette. Drink that glass class just to forget the lies in those eyes. Live fast, smoking like a cigarette. Shoot so fast that there's no regrets in the past or in your mind. Smoking like a cigarette, drink the glass just to forget the lies with those eyes. We live fast, smoking like a cigarette, shoot so fast that there's no regrets in the past when your mind.
That is the Suicide Notes. That was sent to me by my mates at Quick Fix Recordings. That's from an album called The Acoustic Sessions. They hail from Oxfordshire, but I thought it was like Louisiana or something like that. Oh no. And if there's a band who look the part, they look the part. That's Suicide Notes. You can get in touch with them. Instagram at the Suicide Notes Band. Twitter at Suicide Notes UK. I'll post up SoundCloud and all that kind of stuff a little bit later on. So yeah, I've done this twice. Twice. I can't believe it. It was all echoey and muffled and whatnot. Unlistenable. Yeah, nothing changes there then. So we're right up to the end. So we need a bit of music to send us off to bye-byes. Want something calm, something sophisticated. Hey, how about a bit of Tiny Worlds? All the way from the States. This is And I Will Listen.
Turn it all on.
listen to what you are saying, and you'll tell me of the finer things, and I'll open your heart like a flower that has been waiting for the start of spring.
That's Tiny World. They're all the way from, can't see where they're from on, I think it was it, it's Kentucky? Is it Kentucky? I'm trying to find it now. It doesn't say on the Facebook page. Flipping heck. I've got all that way and it's all gone wrong. Never mind. That's Tiny Worlds. I'll post up all the details on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget, give us a share, give us a like, just tell everybody. And we'll be back same time next week. I'll see you later. Have a good one.
The Casimir Engine. Reliably mediocre.